Blake Shelton shares update from sinking for $1 million Oklahoma ranch. Watch. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Blake Shelton may be taking a break from his busy schedule to enjoy some downtime at his Oklahoma ranch. But that doesn't mean he isn't keeping busy. The 49-year-old shared an update while working on an area nestled on his 1,300 acres of land, and revealed that constant rain has caused some of the land to sink. Ranch life. About to do a little spraying on my sweet corn. Got all my stuff loaded up there in the orange Kubota, and man, it's been one of those years in Oklahoma, he said in a video shared on Instagram. It's been awesome, but man, we've had a lot of rain, and areas that look dry. Even though they look dry, they're saturated. Panning to a section with deep tracks in the ground, Blake revealed that the wet weather caused some issues with his Kubota, as when he tried to drive through the mud, the tractor ended up sinking. Thankfully, Blake was able to save his beloved Kubota, adding, "I hit the gas pedal, put it in four-wheel drive, and I pulled her on out." Finding humor in the situation, Blake then broke into song, singing, "I was way down in it with a big old loader, but I always pull out when I'm on my Kubota." Captioning the clip, he quipped, "Don't get overwhelmed in the moment, concentrate on pulling out." #Kubota. Blake purchased the lot for around $4 million before he and his wife, Gwen Stefani, built their dream abode. The pair raises animals at the ranch, and they even built a chapel on the grounds, which is where they became husband and wife in the summer of 2021. Blake, Gwen, and her kids Kingston, 19, Zuma, 16, and Apollo, 11, split their time between their Oklahoma ranch and their $14 million mega mansion in Encino, which is in the San Fernando Valley area of Los Angeles. Blake Shelton has always been a country boy at heart, so it's no surprise that his Oklahoma ranch holds such a special place in his life. But recently he shared an unexpected and slightly humorous update about what he calls his sinking sanctuary. The country music superstar took to social media to share an inside look at what's going on at his beloved property, and fans couldn't get enough of the honest and down-to-earth vibe he brought to the moment. Nestled in the peaceful countryside, the sprawling estate has been Blake's pride and joy for years, a place where he finds peace, builds memories with Gwen Stefani, and spends time doing the things he loves most. But now this peaceful haven is giving him a bit of a challenge, and Blake, being Blake, decided to face it with humor, heart, and a whole lot of country charm. According to Blake, things started shifting quite literally when heavy rains and unusual ground conditions began causing parts of the land to move in ways they never had before. While the property has withstood countless seasons and weather changes, something this time just didn't feel right. Blake joked that it felt like the house was doing a slow motion slide into the earth, and though it was clear he was keeping the tone light, the underlying truth was serious. The foundation was shifting, the pond was rising, the trees were leaning, and Blake admitted it had him scratching his head more than a few times. He even confessed that he'd called in every expert he could find to try and get some answers, and still the mystery continued to unfold in unpredictable ways. Oklahoma ranch has long been a place of comfort and escape for Blake. A place where he can get away from the spotlight, relax with Gwen, and enjoy the kind of peaceful country life he grew up loving. But with the land behaving in such odd ways, he found himself dealing with more than just fallen branches and muddy boots. He began noticing cracks in the driveway, shifts in the barn floor, and even doors inside the main house that wouldn't close properly anymore. At first he laughed it off, but when Gwen started teasing him about needing a life raft to get to the front porch, he knew it was time to take a closer look and share a few updates with the fans who followed his ranch adventures from day one. Blake gave a tour of some of the problem areas, pointing out with his signature wit that his prized fish pond now looked more like a swamp and his once proud flower beds were practically underwater. Still, through it all, he managed to keep a smile on his face and a playful tone in his voice. "It's just life on the ranch," he said. "Sometimes you win, sometimes you sink." He added that Gwen has been a good sport about it, even though she misses the days when her boots didn't sink into the ground on the way to the garden. The couple has made so many memories on that land, and even though it's giving them a run for their money, Blake said they wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Fans responded quickly and overwhelmingly to Blake's update, many praising him for being so open and real about the challenges of country living. Several people commented that it made them feel better about their own home improvement struggles, while others offered advice, tips, and even stories of their own sinking yards. Blake took it all in stride, responding to some of the messages. With his usual mix of humor and gratitude, he even joked that if things kept going the way they were, he might just build a houseboat and call it a day. Gwen chimed in later, during a separate interview, saying that despite the mess, she's never seen Blake more alive, more passionate, and more himself than when he's out there knee-deep in mud trying to figure out how to save his land. There's something deeply relatable about the whole situation, something that goes beyond the celebrity and the millions spent on the property. It's the idea that no matter who you are or how successful you become, nature still has a way of reminding you who's boss, and Blake Shelton seems to respect that. In fact, he even talked about how the experience has made him feel more connected to the land, more invested in its future, and more grateful for the moments when everything works just as it should. He said he's learned to appreciate the small victories, like a sunny day after weeks of rain or a section of the yard that's still firm underfoot, and while he knows there's a long road ahead to getting things back to normal, he's not backing down. Gwen has been a huge part of the ranch life over the past few years, and she's taken to it more than anyone ever expected. Though she grew up in the fast-paced world of California music and fashion, she's found a new rhythm in Oklahoma, and a big part of that is thanks to Blake's passion and dedication. He's shown her what it means to live off the land, to wake up with the sun, to go to sleep to the sound of crickets and frogs, and even though they now find themselves navigating a few literal bumps in the road, she says their bond is stronger than ever because of it. The challenges have brought them closer, taught them patience, teamwork, and the power of a good sense of humor when the ground starts sinking under your feet. Blake has also been working closely with a team of geologists and contractors to get a better understanding of what's really going on. Some initial theories suggest that underground springs and recent weather patterns may have caused a weakening of the soil, while others point to natural settling processes that were accelerated by certain construction efforts. Whatever the cause, Blake is determined to fix it, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty to make it happen. He's been seen out on the land with tools in hand, mud on his boots, and a focused look on his face, and fans can't get enough of seeing this side of him. The hands-on problem solver who's willing to do the hard work to protect what he loves. Ranch has always been more than just a piece of property for Blake. It's a symbol of where he came from, what he stands for, and what he wants to pass down to the next generation. He's hosted family gatherings, their written songs found inspiration, and even proposed to Gwen in one of its quiet corners. It's a place that holds countless memories and countless dreams, and even though it's facing some structural challenges right now, Blake sees it as just another chapter in its story, a story that he's proud to be writing, one muddy step at a time. In the midst of all the updates and repairs, Blake is still making time for music performances and appearances, but he says his heart is always back on the ranch. He shared that one of his favorite things to do after a long day is to sit on the porch with Gwen, watch the sunset, and talk about their plans for the land. It might be frustrating at times, but it's also theirs, and that means everything. Blake said that whether the ground is sinking or the skies are clear, the ranch will always be home to him, and the lessons it's teaching him right now are some of the most valuable of his life. Even in the face of uncertainty and unexpected challenges, Blake Shelton is proving that it's not the setbacks that define you, but how you face them with grit, grace, and a little bit of country humor. Blake continues to turn what could have been a stressful situation into something deeply human, deeply real, and deeply inspiring for fans everywhere. His journey with the ranch is a reminder that no matter how strong or successful you are, there's always room to grow, always something to learn, and always a reason to laugh through the mutant. So the story of the sinking ranch continues, not as a tragedy, but as a testament to love, resilience, and the never-ending adventure that is life on the land. With Gwen by his side and a heart full of determination, Blake Shelton is facing it all, one sunrise, one step, and one muddy patch at a time. Thanks for watching this video. And please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.